it is my pleasure to provide some the previous relationship information with the Japan side, specifically with JCCP, JPI, and other colleagues, and who were working with us continuously. The continuous cooperation with Japan dated back for several decades, especially with the Japan Arabian Oil Company, who helped in establishing KISAR in 1967. Over the years, this mutual benefits relationship between KISAR and JCCP, they were all the time were strengthening further through various activities, such as these activities, joint projects, which are well done between both parties, developing solutions to specific technologies gaps, hosting also some distinguished Japanese scientists at KISAR facilities who are doing some work in here, okay, as well as providing some scientists going in from KISAR side to Japan, providing trainings opportunities from KISAR researchers, staff at Japan Research Institute, as well as some other institutes in Japan. Utilizing these scientific meetings, such as like symposiums and doing some trainings and doing some special type of meetings, discussion, all these kind of discussions are very critical issue that it is impact to the oil refining industry. And it is also and the benefit to the Japan side as well as to KISAR side and the oil side. This kind of cooperative joint symposium was held since, say, 1993. And it was continued until we reached to this 20th Kuwait-Japan Joint Symposium entitled of Advancement in Petroleum Refining Industries, which was going to be hosted in PRC, okay? And it is an interest and it was by a joint symposium with the JCCP and JPI members. And the other members in Japan, as well as the KMBC members from our colleagues who are involved in this one. The area involved in these previous symposium as well as the new one, it was like a continuation, is related to the new catalytic processes, refining processes optimization of the feedstock properties, refining some industry supportive processes, green initiative in the refining industry, CO2 capture, absorption, utilizing the CO2 in petrochemical industry and membrane for the oxygen, enriching the petroleum refining, okay, and the behavior of the corrosion and materials and mitigation in the refining, as well as the last thing which will be related to the modeling and some biofuels for growth and metallic alloys. All these were through the previous and the new ones of the symposium. So the exchange of knowledge, it was very successful at that time until today. So really I would express my deep appreciation to the government of Japan for their continuous support and cooperative between the state of Kuwait and Japan in the field of science and technology management. And my deep appreciation to my colleagues in Japan, specifically to the JCCP and JPI, and for their collaborative to make this type of symposium to be very successful. And also my deep appreciation to KMBC management, who were all the time with us in all these symposium and making the exchange of knowledge between their parties from the KMBC side to our JCCP and to the Japanese side, to KISAR side. I would like to thank also the efforts that they made, our KISAR members, in making these type of symposium very successful, and they have been working very hardly and all the time in order to make the knowledge transfer from through this symposium to either to the refinery or to the KISAR or to Japan. So the relationship between the three parties, it was very strong and it was very positive. That's why when they started and do this kind of work and all the time making these symposium very successful, it will be continuous in the future, and it will be doing every year this type of symposium to be a very successful for others in order just to join with some exchange knowledge between all parties. So my thanks and appreciations to my colleagues in here in Kisar as well as in KMBC, and my domo arigato to my colleagues in Japan. Thank you very much.
Actually, it's my great opportunity, and I'm very delighted to talk about this special event, which we've been working on it for many years, actually for 3 decades. Despite the fact the number that we have now today is 20th, but in between we had it every 2-3 years, depend on the agreement that we reached together with JCCP, JPI from Japan side. Actually, our colleagues, Dr. Dawood Bahzad, the acting executive director of the center, as well as the Dr. Faisal Al-Hamidan, also he was for many years was the director of operation in the center. However, in my position, being a senior researcher, I might have to indicate and to present my talk in a different way. To me, this event is one of the most important events myself and all of my colleagues, particular researchers and professionals and technicians available in the center, we learned. Actually, the collaboration with JCCP, JPI together gave us an advantage to learn more and to understand many technical issues collaborating with our Japanese scientists. As a matter of fact, I can say more than 40 of our staff graduated from the school of JPI, JCCP, where we have hands-on training over there for almost 1 month in the last 30 years. Myself, I was there also for almost one month, which was a great opportunity to me to learn in on-hands training with the scientists and colleagues from Japan. To be as a senior scientist at this level now, and actually I work with many contractual projects with Idemitsu Kosan in particular in many phases, with Japan Energy as well, and Nippon also. So most of these projects were contractual and were in kind contribution for our end user, Kuwait National Petroleum Company. So no matter what I will say, it's very difficult to just phrase it in as little words, because two month things I have to do. As a matter of fact, our collaboration with Japan, between Japan and Kuwait in particular, our colleagues, I believe was very transparent, and in particular this event, which always have a good window to learn more on the advancement. Particularly we are organizing it with our end user in the oil industry, Kuwait National Petroleum Company. One of the important things I would like to indicate here is that our collaboration is not only in the technical aspects, it's also in the friendship and having social gathering together with our colleagues, sometimes in Japan or in Kuwait. It gave us an opportunity to understand also the Japanese culture and themselves to understand the Kuwaiti culture. So, to be very honest and very proud of this event, and at the end of this 2 days, I'm very sure that we're going to learn more and more. And having this opportunity with number 20 is really a fabulous, and I would like to explain and express my deep appreciation to everybody participated from Japan and Kuwait. And I would like to thankful despite of the situation that we have, the Corona, we were able to have it, and the event this time is more intensive and more number of papers are there. So our collaboration actually with 20th is going to be very memorable and understandable to the level of being with Japan and Kuwait. I think, as I said, if we are going to continue, I might not stop. So I really thank everybody. Thank you very much.
Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research has a very unique and special relation with Japan because the institute was originally established by a Japanese company called Arabian Oil Company, and that was back in 1967. Since then, the cooperation and the collaboration between Kuwait and Japan in research and development sector has significantly expanded with the aim of developing human resources and providing the needed expertise and technical support in areas related to petroleum, renewable energy, food technology, and environment. The cooperation between the two countries in research and development has mainly three forms. The first one is the joint research project, which mainly addresses the technical challenges facing the oil industry in Kuwait, both the upstream and the downstream. The abroad training is another form where we have the abroad training and the expert exchange program. This training significantly contributed to the development of national talent in Kuwait. The third form of collaboration is the organization of a joint symposium. And these joint symposiums started back in 1993 with many objectives, such as promoting the technology and expertise exchange between the two countries. Another objective is establishing the strong professional network, which resulted in many projects between Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research and many Japanese firms and companies. The symposium also helped in foreseeing the challenges related to the oil industry and provided solutions and perceptions to meet these challenges. The symposium has always been considered a very important venue and a window for presenting the latest finding from the joint research activity between Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research and our Japanese counterpart. The symposium is fairly diversified and it normally covers different aspects in the downstream industry, such as the clean fuel technology, the heavy oil upgrading, corrosion mitigation, green initiatives, and all aspects related to the advancement in refining processes. The resultant of this technical cooperation has well served the oil industry in Kuwait and significantly contributed to building awareness about the importance of science and technology in our society. The relation between Kuwait and Japan has always been strong and prosperous because it is based on the successful partnership that serves all parties.